Hello, we're just going to do a quick video, show you how everything works on your new Rimor camper. Now when you come in the door, you have a little control panel just over your fridge and oven. It's just touch screen. You have the three wee controls for your lights, the main controls for your lights and for your water pump. You just touch them, they'll turn on. You can push the center button here, turns everything off in one go. And we can turn these on. We leave all these on at the minute. Auxiliary doesn't do anything. This one here doesn't do anything. This I button is your information. It shows you your battery levels here, your engine battery and your leisure battery and your water tank. These will light up if we're plugged in on the mains. This will light up here, so you can't see that. And if your waste tank is full, this will light up here. Your aerial is wired down to this socket here. Aerial's actually built in behind that panel. Down to your fridge. Now your fridge, on the left hand side here we have a main on off button. If you just hold that in for a couple of seconds, it'll light up the wee display. To change your settings, it's on gas at the minute. If we hold in this grey button for a couple of seconds, it'll flash that there, and we can change using the arrows here side to side. You have a mains or a battery setting, 12 volt setting, and a mains power setting. It'll work if you're plugged in on a campsite or plugged into the house and your mains lead. 12 volt, that'll only work when the engine's running and you've gas. So you select your source, push the grey button here to select it, and then this starts flashing here. This is your power, your coldness. So we can use the left and right arrows to change up and down them, and just push the grey button again. So that's the fridge running on gas at full power, full cold. To turn it off here, just hold this wee button in for a couple of seconds, and that's the fridge turned off. The wee lock on the door there, just open and closed. Oven, handy enough. Oven grill, just turn it clockwise for the grill, hold in the wee button, and that lights up there. Just keep the button held for a couple of seconds after it lights to keep it going. That's it there, running there. Back for off, and anti-clockwise is your oven setting in the back there. Now your heating is in the bedroom here. On the side of the bed is your heating control. On the passenger side of the bed, there's a little black knob there. Now the handiest way of working this, when there's a wee knob on the side of this outer ring here, that's in the center position, the heating is off. Handiest way I remember, your 40 and 60 are your water temperatures. So if we turn it up, the first one up to 40, that'll heat the water up to 40 degrees. Turn it up the second one, it'll heat the water up to 60 degrees. It's gas only, just using gas. The 60 degrees more for showers, your 40 degrees for normal use. And a couple of lights, little green light is telling us it's turned on. Little orange light is telling us it's on water heating. And when it comes up to either 40 or 60, whatever you've selected, little orange light will go out, the heater will switch off, and it'll come on and off as it's needed, as you use water, as it cools down. Back down, the centre position is off again. The first one down to the little flame symbol is heating inside the van. So we can see we just have the little green light, and we can turn this dial here to 1 to 5 for your temperature inside the van, 5 being the hottest. And if we turn it right down the bottom here, we have the wee flame symbol and a 60. So that'll heat the van and heat the water at the same time. You can see the little orange light come on again because it's a water heating setting again. Back to centre is off. Little red light on the right hand side here beside the green light. That might come on sometimes. It's only telling you there's something wrong. Normally your gas is turned off or something like that. Just make sure your gas is on and switch it off, switch it on again. Should be away. The other thing to show you about your water heater, it's underneath the bed here on the passenger side. I'll open this wee door here and we can see little frost valve there with the blue knob on top of it. That's designed to drain the water when to protect it from frost, protect it from freezing. Normally about 4 or 5 degrees, that knob will turn 90 degrees, it'll face sideways in the van, and there's a little blue button, it'll jump out on the left hand side of it. That'll drain the water out of the boiler, protects it from frost. You can drain the boiler yourself. If we turn that, you can hear the pump and everything start running. So just turn that knob across and we'll push in the little blue button on the side there. So that's just your automatic drain for the heater, and that's the heater itself in there. Now we've our toilet in here, and just lift that up. We've a swivel seat in the toilet that'll turn whatever's more comfortable for you. Just on the wall here we've a wee blue button for the flush, and down on the front of the toilet then we've our little lever for opening and closing the cassette door. And the shower in this side here, so we light switch there for the shower lights. This door, that door we were saying is stiff to open. We were looking at it, you kind of have to push the door tight, it'll open. It's the design of the wee lock. You can see the wee lock there is to stop it opening when it's driving, stop it vibrating open. So if you push the door a little bit tighter, pull the handle, it opens every time. Oven, or cooker, sorry. Cooker, very similar to your oven. We turn on the gas, pull in the wee knob, light the burner. You'll need matches or a lighter. When it's lit a couple of seconds, you can release the button and it'll stay going. Now your seating area here, this table will adjust around. We can see we can loosen this and this one here, and the tabletop will slide. This one here is for a swivel on the table. If we pull up that bar, you can turn the whole top of the table around. And this little button on the floor, if you push that with your foot, is for making up the bed. If we push that down, the whole table will lower down for making up the bed. I'll show you the bed made up now shortly. Now there's the bed made up the front here. These side pieces kind of stay where they are. This piece here is the headrest from the front facing seat. These two whitish pieces are sitting on the bed down the back, and this is the wee base for that seat there. The way it works, this frame slides out from underneath the side seat, and the table is all lower down. Just make sure it sits on these little lats here to support it. Underneath the front facing seat here is your water tank. If you lift out the cushion, just lift that up there. To empty the water tank, if we screw off this lid here, we can see in there there's a wee bung for emptying the water tank. If you lift up that little T-shaped handle, the bung will just come straight out of the floor. It'll empty out the water tank for you. That lid screws back on, just make sure it's tight. That'll leak. There's your water pump in there. Now your drop down bed. To work it, if we take off this little panel here over the sink, and just inside there with this little thing here, just pull that out. That's a wee lock on it. Pull that out. This handle here is to manually wind it. If something happens, your awning handle will fit in there and you can manually wind the bed up or down. If we come over here, then we've the wee switches. Switch on the right is just a light switch. Switch on the left is the main power switch for the bed, and you can use the arrows then for up and down. Bed will go up, it'll stop in that position. We'll turn off the power switch. The headrests have to be down, it'll come down lower than the headrest. So if you take that headrest off, if you're using that bed, when the bed's up in position, then you can push that back in just to lock it into place. Now, the only other thing inside the van, underneath your cooker here, in this wee press, is your mains trip switch and your gas isolator valves. Everything else is outside. We'll just show you outside now. Now, behind the driver's door, we have our gas tank. Standard gas tank. Just turn up and down the valve to close it. Clockwise there is closed. Just turn it anti-clockwise to open it. And you've a drive safe regulator here. That little green button. After you turn on your gas, push in that little green button for 2 or 3 seconds. Just lets the gas through, resets the gas system. And there's a spanner on the side of the bottle there for changing it. Now we come down to your garage here, your boot. You have your awning handle and your centre rafter there. You just go in the front of the awning, just wind it out and lower the legs. Use the legs to support your awning. Now on the passenger side, inside here is your jack wheel brace. There's a spare wheel kit there. Your spare wheel is inside. That white door there is just into your heater if you want to get in towards your heater. Now, this side here is your toilet cassette. To work that, if you lift up this little yellow tab here, the cassette will pull out. Just lift it out here. This neck swings around and you can screw off this yellow lid here. That's a measuring cup for your chemical if you're using a liquid chemical. To empty it, just pour it out there. There's a little yellow button on the back here. It's an air vent. If you hold that down with your thumb as you're pouring it, just helps everything flow out. Put it back in, just lift it up, just pull it in and it locks into place. The door inside, the wee toilet door inside has to be closed for that to work. Now, just further forward, we have our batteries, 2 leisure batteries, and we've our fuses, our 12-volt fuses, and we charger and all is just in that wee outside door on the left-hand side. Up here we have our water filler just behind the passenger door, and your diesel cap just behind the passenger door. Open the passenger door and that little flap will open. Now under your bonnet. Under your bonnet you have your dipstick just down here and your oil filler here just in the centre at the front. The rest of the stuff, that little yellow cap there in front of the driver is your windscreen wash. And this red thing here is for jump start, and if anything happens to the van, you can lift up the wee cover there, you can get your positive jump lead on there, and your air will go onto something steel on the engine, onto the engine mount or something like that. That's all that's in there. And your waste drain for your grey water is just behind the driver's side back wheel with this little handle here. Pull that handle out towards us, opens up the waste drain, and just push it in to close it. That's it.